The performance automotive industry is going to make you poor. I promise. Look, here's the thing, is whether it's you, the consumer, it's going to make poor, or whether it's the shop and the shop owner it's going to make poor, and the technicians, is entirely up to what kind of shop you're dealing with. But here's the thing, is I love performance work. Don't get me wrong. Custom automotive work, performance automotive work, oh my gosh, do I love it. I think it is phenomenal. It's so much fun, but it is also extremely expensive. It is extremely hard to get right. And I understand how frustrating that can be to those of you who love performance and love tinkering, and those of you who had a dream of starting a performance shop in 2026. I get how frustrating it is. I really do. And I'm sorry to bring you this news that, hey, it can make you go to the poorhouse. But the reality is that the performance market is very broken. For one, the cars, when you modify them, lose a ton of reliability. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how great the shop is. I don't care how great the parts are. The chances that you're going to modify an automobile away from its factory configuration and it be as reliable as it was from the factory is zilch, zero, none. Ain't going to happen. I don't care who you are. It just doesn't happen. Secondly, the parts are expensive and the work to install them, because there is no specific set of instructions or theory of operation or any of that, right? There's just not that kind of information out there. Because of that, guess what? It takes longer to install these components. It takes longer to install these systems. And then when something goes wrong and we have to figure it out, guess what? Cost even more money. Now, again, I get it. It's frustrating. It's aggravating, because a lot of you guys really love this kind of stuff. A lot of you guys really love tinkering with your cars, but it is hard work. It's complex work in some cases. Now, look, you get you an old Chevelle, you get you an old Nova, something like that. I get it. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a lot easier to work with. It's going to be a lot easier to navigate. But in the same respect, if you get into a modern automobile, it is going to be very expensive. When you look at the older cars, they've been tinkered with for years. People have messed with them. They were worn out 20 years ago. And the problem with that is that so many folks get into it thinking it's going to be a simple, easy project. The prices change throughout the project. It's just not cheap. Now, I'm not saying that if you have money and you have the resources to be able to get into some performance work and do it, that there's anything wrong with that. But as a business owner, you cannot subsidize the repair because it's something that you like to do. You cannot subsidize it for the client. You have to charge them in such a way that you can remain profitable even doing the performance work. And to the consumer, like, hey, I'm going to tell you right now, like, if you don't have the money to do this, if you're expecting reliability, if you expect this truck to be a daily driver, right? I grew up in the diesel performance industry, and these guys would try and make 1,000 horsepower and expect the truck to be a daily driver and wonder why it was broken all the time and all the heartache and headache it caused. It's just not realistic. And you have to be smart about this. You can't just go spending money that you're feeding your family with. And that's the next part that makes it a liability for the automotive businesses. It's that when money tightens up, when things get hard, when there's recessions, when the economy slows down a little bit, consumers stop spending money on performance. And guess what? If you're in the middle of a big project and you need draws on that project, there's a chance you might not be able to get those draws because they're more worried about feeding their family than a performance car. And that's why I'm going to tell you right now, the independent automotive industry is geared towards basic repair. And the basic repairs are far more profitable than the custom repairs. They're far more profitable and sustainable and reliable than the performance repairs. More consumers need their automobile fixed in a reliable fashion than they need it modified, than they need it customized. I understand some folks want that and some folks need that, but those are also the folks that have been looking up these modifications online. They have an unrealistic expectation of how long it's going to take and how much money it's going to cost to do it because they just think it's, hey, I just bought this thing, I just slap it on there. Why aren't you just slapping this part on there? you have to understand the expectations from somebody in that performance world, someone in that custom world, is very different from someone in the standard auto repair world. Now, am I saying you can't make money with custom work? Am I saying you can't make money with performance work? I'm absolutely not. Some of my really great friends have made a buku of money doing performance work and custom work, but they set their business up so it was profitable. They built a reputation for handling things nobody else could handle in a way that nobody else could handle them. They made the business profitable and they built a reputation around that. And so if you want to get into the performance world, if you want to get into that type of work, you're going to have to develop a reputation. You're going to have to charge what you have to charge to make it profitable. I've said this over and over and over again. Your feels have nothing to do with your financials. Your feelings and how you feel about it and how the consumer feels about it has nothing to do with it. It is simply a game of numbers. You must be profitable. It doesn't matter that you feel like that's too expensive or the client feels like that's too expensive. You must make money or you're not going to be doing this, and you're not going to be able to stand behind your work, and you're not actually going to be able to do the things the client wanted you to do because you have to be profitable. It's where we see all these problems in the custom and performance world come from, is they weren't profitable. They didn't have any money. They didn't configure it in such a way that the business could stand behind the work it did. So if you want to be in the performance world, if you want to be in the custom world, that's great, but plan on making your business profitable. Just my opinion, y'all. Y'all have a good one.